Welcome back to Chatter on the Wire. It's been probably at least a month now since the last video. I know I'd planned on doing one a week. I'm I just can't believe the number of YouTubers out there that are actually able to pull this off. My hat's off to them. Anyways, last week took the week off. Kids had spring break. My son and I decided to go skiing for 7 days at Brundage in McCall, Idaho. We have a season pass there. We left Saturday afternoon, decided to stop by Costco on the way out of town to have lunch. Um, as you've been looking at this picture here for a bit, our order number was 666. We should have known that the upcoming week was going to be interesting, to say the least. We got up there and there was already some snow, and it was a beautiful first day when we got to the cabin. Nice thing is my father-in-law has a cabin we could stay at in the general area. First day skiing though, we only did 4 runs. We decided since we're going to be up there all week, we'd only ski an hour to 2 hours each day. That first day, we were slow. Only hit about 35 miles an hour coming down the hill. Next day, you can see what the parking lot looks like there. We went ahead and made a few more runs on this next day. Looks like 5 runs that day. Speed increased a little, just shy of 50 miles per hour at peak going down the hill there. All these images here are with a app on the Android called Ski Tracks. Picked it up a few years ago, 99 cents, one of the best tracking programs that I found at the time, especially for the price. I've really enjoyed being able to keep track of my ski days, number of runs I made, how long we skied. Like this day here, looks like we only skied about an hour and 15 minutes. Again, not a big deal when you have a season pass. Day 3, made 5 runs. Looks like we took a little break there for a while. Only hit about 44 miles per hour that day. Let's see, what would this be? 1, 2, 3, 4, I think, must be. Made 6 runs that day. Again, small break in there as we went. And only hit, just shy of 60 miles per hour. Kind of amazing coming down the hill at that fast on skis. Unfortunately, later that night, the order number I think came back to haunt us. About 2 in the morning, woke up to a loud gurgling sound or boiling sound coming from the hot water heater, which was 3 rooms away from me, other side of the building, but was enough at 2 in the morning to actually wake me up. Went in, checked on that, and it really did sound like the hot water heater was boiling water. Went out of the kitchen, kicked on the water real quick, and found that there was no water pressure, and you'll be able to see that here in just a sec. This is playing, I think, at either 4 or X speed, or 4 or 8X speed, and the water was not coming out very clean. And it did this cycle about every 30 seconds, where it would completely stop, go to a decent flow for a bit, but then it would turn around and trickle just again and again. Extremely dirty. Our overall situation improved a little, but to back up real quick, we decided to just start melting snow water. We did turn the pump completely off at this point in time. Didn't want to burn it out. Not sure if it's a pressure switch causing issues here or the pressure tank, and so completely outside of my realm of expertise. So turned off the pump, and for the next, what would that be? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, 5 days while we were up there, went ahead and just melted snow to utilize for the toilets. Better than camping, but it was interesting after being so used to having pressurized water and everything else with our normal lives. Anyways, at dinner that night, lightning storm rolled through McCall, and you can see the snow coming down right outside the window here. Um, while we had been seeing snow off and on all week, it was typically just first thing in the morning. We weren't seeing it at night. This snowstorm brought enough snow in that it dropped about 2 inches overnight. You can see here where we have just these huge old flakes coming down when we were on the lift riding up. During the couple hours we were there this day, which I believe was Wednesday, we got another 2 inches, and so total of about 4 at that point in time. And after we left, they got at least another inch. So 5 inches of new snow dropping this late in the season was really nice to see. It did slow our speed down a bit here or there, but we got, I believe, 6 runs in that day, and looks like actually hit 60 miles per hour. Not sure how I pulled that off in those conditions, but I'll trust the app there. Next day we did 7 runs with a quick break in between there. A little slower that day at 46 miles per hour, and I'm wondering if those last 2 are inverted on when the snow came down and whatnot, but I'm going to leave it in the order it is at this point in time. Next day, my wife and daughter decided to join us. They braved the lack of water at the cabin for one day before driving back down in the valley. My son and myself made 6 or 7 runs that day. My daughter and wife only made a few before they decided to call it quits. The conditions weren't bad, but they weren't great that day. Anyways, made those 6, 7 runs, hit about 51 miles per hour, a little slower than some of the previous days. Then on our last day, which was probably our best overall, it was 19 degrees when we left in the morning, blue skies, and the sun came out just perfectly partway through the day, started warming up the slopes, and with that softened up snow, hit just shy of 60 miles per hour coming down the hill. Some of the greatest runs I had all year, quite honestly, and for that late in the season, it was, you couldn't have asked for a better day that late in the season. We only have about 2 weeks until they close down for the year, and was just thrilled that we were able to get out there and put that many days on the mountain. Should be a few pictures here of the dark blue skies. And again, I don't know that I've ever seen the skies look quite like that while I've been up skiing. And then I'll throw a few videos on here at the very end. Watch them if you want, from the action camera that we were using. I have to admit, I'm going to go ahead and run them at faster speed, try to not make anybody sick. They're just not real stable, even with the different features turned on the camera. And I'll talk more about this action camera at a later time. I think it'll work much better for me in melting videos and stuff like that than it is going to as an actual action camera to utilize with skiing in the future. But we'll see what next ski season brings there. Anyways, hopefully in the next few weeks I'll be able to put out some other videos, and these videos will be more on Satori, which is what started the whole chatter on the wire. It'll also hopefully be on some of the other videos that I've shot but haven't had time to process, and that's part of the reason we're doing this one with just pictures and a few quick videos thrown in instead of with me in there. While I've been able to shoot videos, turning around and editing them has been problematic from a time perspective. So anyways, hopefully you enjoyed this, and for any of those that are skiing, hopefully you still have a few more days that you can get out there this year. But here's some pictures of Brundage. Hopefully you enjoyed. Catch you next time.